Hello everyone, it's the Amazing Grace here, back to you with a video of my layout. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, that's what having a full-time job will do to you, but recently I've had some free time and trying to get back to making videos again. So I just wanted to show you what I have built here down in my guest bedroom. So we'll start here at my second roundhouse, the Tidmouth sheds, where I have the hit crew, if you've seen the first episode of my series. And this is sort of like the narrow gauge section of the layout. So I'll zoom out here and show you. So I recently, the last set I bought was the Great Race set from 2016, and I built here, I guess you'd call this the Reneus Viaduct or the Old Iron Bridge from Duncan Gets Spooked. And I have a tree here to cover up the engines. I always hated when the Mattel sets did that. But this is, Vickerstown, Crowensgate, that sort of area. We have that airfield over here, sort of by the wharf. Oh, and my Thomas the Tank Engine stuffed animal. Got Rusty down here, and oops, I did not practice before I made this video. There we go. Over here we have the incline. Now, of course, they never made an incline destination. Forever unfortunate. I believe they made one, but they canceled it. We've got a line passing down under there, and just a couple points to lead up here. And of course, we have Thumper and Lord 3. So if you come along this line, it'll take you over a section of bumpy track, and you'll find Peter Sam. Continuing down, you reach a water tower, and going down here, there's, I guess you'd call this sort of the Peel Godred part of the line. You have the sort of suspension bridge, and I do like this little destination part. I thought it made a great little rendition of Bulgy's Bridge. Rounding down here, you have the scrapyard, Reggie's scrapyard. Of course, again, I have these destinations facing outward because it doesn't make too much sense for James to be here when James is over at Tidmouth Sheds. Then, of course, you have this destination here, panning out. You can see Fergus there, and Farmer Cole's barn, and the Vickerstown Rolling Bridge, which I think is tremendously unimpressive as it's so small and only one lane. Heading over here, got a flower car strewn on the line, and the Bluffs Cove as well. Strange patch of grass here, and this line will take us over to my favorite part of the layout, which is that of Gordon's Hill, of course. So I used the parts from the mountain tunnel to make up one half, and plenty of risers to make the slow descent. We got Murdoch right there, coming down into Wellsworth Station. I didn't know when I bought this, but you can remove the Welcome to Great Waterton part off of this passenger bridge, which I thought was a very nice feature. We've got a couple rickety cars and a little boy at the station. This is the main line, if you couldn't gather. So the main line continues down here. Got a little off points that take you down to the quarry or the sort of China Clay Works. Either one works. Got a coal hopper here. I would use the gravel dispenser set, which I believe came out in 2011 or 2012, but I don't have that. And as well as this little line, which is just a dead end leading to the Boulder Quarry from 2008. And we have either Lorry 1 or Lorry 2 right there. Going down here, you have Henry's Tunnel. Of course, I am basing this after the Season 1 map, like what the Unlucky Tug did, rather than the Railing Series map, but that's just because I feel like it makes more sense with all the lines coming out from Knapford. So after Henry's Tunnel, you can come down this line to Brendam Docks, right by the door. Cranky is right here with many trucks, as well as Harold at a helipad and the solar power station. So this line here will lead into the yard, and it's got the post windmill from season 1 opening right here. Whereas these two lines splitting at a T-switch pass by the Arsdale barrel loader and come into Knapford Station. We do have the two little dead end lines here, just to be show accurate, as well as this viaduct, which is sort of based after season 2, as well as how the shunting yards look in the later seasons of the show, the CGI seasons. I have an array of cars here, as well as 2 sheds, which I put together to make look like it's more of an industrial sort of area. You pass by the sort of signal house as you're leaving Knapford. We'll go down this part of the line, which is Thomas's branch line. We have Wellsworth Crossing, conveniently located not at all by Wellsworth. This line goes into Elsbridge Station, and up here by Gordon's Hill again, where you'll find the Solar Clock Tower, one of my favorite destinations. I didn't even know it existed before my aunt gave it to me 2 or 3 years ago, but it is fun, even despite the fact that the bridge is very janky. If you own this destination, you probably know that. And this line leads up to Gordon's Hill and also has a branch leading to the Sodor grading feed and goes up into the Storm Sodor mountain with the trees removed because I wanted to build Henry's Forest. And this is a little quarry area as well. And I guess they say this is called a quarry. That doesn't actually exist, so we're just headcanon it as Farquhar or China Clay Works or the Cement Works, whichever one. Then here we have this Blue Mountain Quarry destination. I don't own the original Boulder Mountain, but I do own this one, which is way less good, but it doesn't matter. Here we have Elizabeth right next to it. Then this line here leads to the Solar Wood Company destination, which I really like the front of this. I don't so much like the back. We have a couple cars here in Henry's Forest. You'll notice that these trees are the ones from the Stonelight Solar set here with the little rod at the back of them. That leads to Henry's Forest. I just figured we should keep the 2 Henry locations somewhat near each other. Okay, we'll get to Tidmouth now. So over here at Tidmouth, which is the first part of the layout I worked on when I still had plenty of pieces. And it's of course the most show accurate. Got the steam team here. The engine wash for James, of course. The coach shed with Annie and Clarabelle, as well as some of Gordon's Express coaches. And here, the brown turntable, which I personally have always hated the turntables that came with the Tidmouth sheds and advanced lights and sounds Tidmouth sheds. But I love the brown turntable. I think it's just perfect aesthetic. We also have a water tower here and Tidmouth Halt Station, which is relatively big for a halt, and I figured worked better as the main Tidmouth station because I don't have enough parts to build Tidmouth Halt and Tidmouth Town Station and the little goods station right next to Tidmouth Sheds, so I figured let's just combine them all into one. And then we have Sir Topham Hatt, Fat Controller here with the steam team in the old style Tidmouth Sheds. I still have the 2010, the very show accurate one, but I couldn't put 3 roundhouses on the layout. I feel it's just too much. That's the same reason I don't have Alsted Castle, and the fact that that destination sucks. So I prefer this one. I've had it for less long, and I think it just looks cute, especially next to the special engine shed and the works. So this line back here will take us to the Tidmouth Covered Bridge, which I really like this destination. I feel it works good as a shed. And then coming back here, we come to Glennock Switch Tower, which obviously this isn't where Glennock would be on the map, but also, why did they make Glennock a destination and not, I don't know, Farquhar Station or something? So one of this line here with the garbage truck ad goes down to this from one of the 2022 era destinations, and up onto the current viaduct. Unfortunately, we have two parts of this. This line here comes out from Knapford over this green Bay Bridge, and we have Bulls Road between these two and Ellsbridge right there. So this line, switching over, comes to Great Waterton, which I suppose this could also be Arlesdale End. That's kind of what I'm using it as. We've got Caroline and Henrietta here, as well as Toby's Shed. Vacant at the moment just because Toby's over with the other engines at Tidmouth. Then this here would be the Little Western. We have the Sutter Lighthouse and the Norby Bridge Boardwalk. Very fun piece, one very nice set. Lone Tree, and then Tiger Moth. Coming back down to the incline, we have the red Sutter Windmill, and this final little stretch of line is just a signal, and we have Arthur. Thank you for watching my rambling, incoherent thoughts. Stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.